Richard Watson, Future Minds, How the Digital Age is Changing Our Minds, Why This Matters, and What We Can Do About It. Delve into the intriguing world of Future Minds by Richard Watson, a book that uncovers the impact of the digital age on our minds, as well as its profound implications on society. Discover how our interactions with technology are modifying our brains, transforming our attention span, and altering the way we read and communicate. This book summary will also explore the defining traits of the screenager generation, the role of memory in idea generation, and the importance of deep thinking in nurturing creativity. Encounter Watson's guide on creative thinking and how to resist the negative effects of the digital era to develop a more balanced and thoughtful approach to life.
The Plasticity of Our Brain in the Digital Age. The book explores how the proliferation of technology is changing the human brain, especially among the young population, and the far-reaching implications it has on our society and future. The human brain is not fixed but malleable, and it changes in response to experience. In the digital age, the rapid proliferation of technology is modifying the human brain in countless ways, with profound implications. Our interaction with objects and environments is the bedrock of human intelligence and thinking, and cyberculture is changing how we concentrate, disrupting deep thoughts and extended focus in favor of quick and shallow links. Such changes matter because only intense, focused thinking produces major creative breakthroughs. Computers change how we read and process information, fragmenting it and stripping facts of their context. Similarly, technology allows personal choice and control to flourish but reduces serendipitous encounters and weakens empathic connections. The technological revolution affects different age groups, but the young population is particularly susceptible to the changes. Young Americans between the ages of 8 and 18 spend an average of 11 hours a day in front of a screen, be it a television, a computer, a cell phone, an iPod, or two or more simultaneously. They experience the world through computer interfaces and expect to be able to personalize their entire lives, with events unfolding at the press of a button. Their vision of the world is noticeably different from previous generations, and they have very little patience. Their minds are strikingly agile but also shallow, losing intellectual rigor as their relationship to knowledge shifts. They don't follow established rules of writing and are weak at judging the trustworthiness of their online sources. The way they read on screen is different from the way most people read books, and their eyes move differently as their attention shifts. Screenagers have a predilection for multitasking and parallel processing, contributing to an overall reduction in free play for children and restricting their imagination. Parents and teachers are the ones who filled their worlds with machines that teach children to expect immediate responses and alter how their brains are wired. Contemporary toys are more structured and involve following more rules than older toys, contributing to an overall reduction in free play for children and restricting their imagination. The educational world shows little discretion in its approach to digital media, and studies have shown little or no connection between computer technology and learning. Children are thinking less about the material they're studying and more about themselves. As the world becomes faster, more technological, more virtual, and more prescribed, we need a counterbalance. We need to ensure that technology isn't hindering the development of intellectual rigor, creative minds, and empathy. The book explores how we can strike a balance between the convenience of technology and the importance of critical thinking, imagination, and creativity, especially among the young population, to shape a better future. The complexity of the human mind. The human brain has similarities with computers, but relying on this comparison alone is misleading. Undoubtedly, the human mind is much more complex, intelligent, and emotionally intertwined than any computer could ever be. While brain scanning has improved our knowledge on the brain's involvement in specific activities, understanding human creativity remains a mystery. Technologies such as decision-making software and cognitive-enhancing drugs are already changing the way we think and behave. Futurists like Ray Kurzweil predicts a time when machines are intelligent enough to improve their design, creating a technological singularity. On a smaller scale, headsets are allowing the disabled to control machines with their minds. As we move toward interactive media, it is crucial to understand the limitations of comparisons between computers and the human brain. While machines can replicate memory capacity and processing speed capabilities, they lack the general intelligence and nuances of human cognition. Memory and creative idea generation. Ideas aren't always new, they often emerge by associating existing concepts. The idea generation process has 3 stages: education, incubation, and illumination, where the subconscious plays a significant part. During education, you need to feed your mind by studying rigorously, while in incubation, trust your subconscious by relaxing and letting go of inhibitions. During the final stage of illumination, a solution jumps into your mind unexpectedly. To generate original and valuable ideas, you need to come up with many of them, including irrelevant ones. Divergent thinking generates several novel solutions and works better with ambiguous or poorly articulated problems. Sometimes, the act of generating ideas involves distributed intelligence from a group that knows more than a single individual. Boost your creativity: how to generate more ideas. This book's summary provides practical tips on how to generate fresh ideas by engaging in deep thinking, creating a conducive environment, cultivating curiosity, and sharing your problems with others. Do you struggle with coming up with new ideas or solutions? Do you feel like you're always on the go, but your mind isn't keeping up with the pace of life? In this book summary, you'll discover how to unleash your creativity by applying straightforward techniques that encourage deep thinking and help you manage distractions. The first step to generating more ideas is to engage in deep thinking. Avoid surface impulses and create an environment that facilitates meaningful cogitation. Your surroundings play a significant role in influencing your thought process. For instance, you're more likely to come up with ideas when you walk outside or tend to a garden. Therefore, create a better space for deep thinking by getting away from electronic screens, going outdoors, being close to water, or shifting into motion. Stress and fatigue affect your cognitive function, reducing your ability to come up with fresh ideas. Therefore, you need to rest, relax, and make changes to your routine to keep your mind fresh. Meditation and daydreaming offer altered states that make you more open to new ideas. However, the wired world disrupts these positive states, and technology's demands on your attention can quickly take your mind off reflection. To counter this, develop a commitment to creating time and space for thinking. Engage in deliberate practice that frees your mind from distractions, even if you concentrate on nothing in particular. Schedule time not devoted to specific tasks or goals. Google and 3M both encourage employees to dedicate 15% to 20% of the workweek to their own projects, and you can also emulate this approach to add variety to your day. Be curious, and expose yourself to new experiences that spark new ideas. Ideas usually come from exposure to new things, so become intellectually promiscuous. Travel to new destinations, talk to different people, listen to new music, and read unfamiliar literature. Instead of adhering to the predictability of a single answer to a question, cultivate an open mind and ask why to drill your inquiries to a deeper level. And to discover new perspectives for your organization, assemble panels of innocent experts, people who don't know your discipline, business, or product. Generating ideas takes time, so be patient and avoid impatience. Keep an ideas diary, and always have a way to capture your ideas close at hand. Evaluate your ideas and rate them on how difficult they are and how likely they are to have an impact. Focus on concepts that are easy to execute. Some ideas will have major implications, but you still gain by working on several smaller ideas too. Sometimes, you'll find the solution you're looking for by failing time and again, just like Thomas Edison did. Lastly, don't be afraid to share your problems with others. Collaboration with others can open up opportunities for new ideas or solutions. You can share your questions with a wide array of people through open-source software platforms or in-person interactions. Collaborative projects might require you to shift to an improvisational work approach, more like playing jazz than conducting traditional research. In conclusion, deep thinking, environment, curiosity, and sharing are essential tools to discover new solutions and unleash creativity. Apply these principles to your life, work, or any venture that requires innovation and openness. Be intentional with technology. The seduction of the convenience of the digital age disrupts creativity. To be truly creative, conscious management of technology use is required. Allow time for reflection and real human interactions. The growing number of important choices will only increase in the future, so don't let technology decide for you. In today's world, smartphones, social media, and other technological advancements are incredibly convenient, but they can also be incredibly disruptive. They invite reaction instead of reflection, and they make it easy to focus outward instead of inward. To truly tap into your creative side, you must manage your use of technology. Put your devices aside at times and don't use computers for everything. Instead, put them to work for tasks they are good at, like processing larger amounts of information. It's important to remember that if you want to have new and innovative ideas, you need to go somewhere ideas can find you. Carve out time for reflection and choose to do things that are harder rather than easier. Don't let the digital world intrude into every corner of your life, and recognize that some aspects of human relationships cannot be replicated online. With fields such as genetics, robotics, and AI providing tools to remake humanity, it's crucial not to let technology rush or make important decisions for you. Protect your relationships, be intentional with your technology use, and allow yourself to think deeply and creatively.
In concluding the summary of A Future Minds, it is evident that the digital age has brought about significant changes to the human brain and its thought process. While technology can be beneficial, it also poses challenges, such as reduced attention span, shallow interactions, and dwindling creative capacity. Recognizing these challenges, Watson outlines strategies to foster deep thinking, better creative processes, and a more balanced approach to living in the digital era. The key takeaways include committing to time and space for thinking, nurturing curiosity, building confidence, sharing ideas, and thoughtfully evaluating the role of technology in our lives. Embrace these methods to reap the myriad benefits of deep thinking and unleash your true creative potential amidst the chaos of our digitally driven world.